What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Love After Lockup. This season 3, episode 15, cuffing season. Okay, so let's just get into the episode. Listen, Shawn, I'm just getting him out the way, okay? Because, Shawn, you getting quite annoying. Like, your stupidity and everything is just, like, irritating. It ain't even funny no more. Like, sir, you're getting played at this point. I feel like you're getting played, or, something gonna happen that Shawn and Destiny ain't gonna still be together by the end of this whole thing, okay? And if they do be together, I'm gonna be so fucking surprised, okay? Because at this point, Shawn, they up in Orland, okay? They in Orland. Hold on. I'm not gonna do this tonight, okay? They up in Orland, all right? And so they in Orland for Destiny. You know what I'm saying? To get her charged. She charged with cutting off the ankle monitor and escaping or whatever, because she cut her ankle monitor off the last time. That's what she went back to jail for. She went back to jail for something else, but this is a whole another charge. So she got to see if she gonna get this charge. Damn, what the fuck? Did I put too much on? Hold on, y'all. Because it just looked weird on the... Okay. Okay. Y'all know. Big little problems. Anyway, so she trying to get that charge. He pulls up. Last week she was out with her sister. Okay, the sister had her out drinking, doing a little gambling here and there, whatever, getting fucked up. Okay, and Shawn kept on calling, kept on texting, kept on doing all this stuff because he like, listen, it's $50,000 on the line that you ain't got to worry about. I have to worry about. Okay, you ain't finna bankrupt me, put me in the shithole or whatever. And I'm just sitting here like, Shawn, this is all your fault. If anything happens, if she runs off and don't show up on time or whatever, that's on you, okay? Because ain't nobody tell you to go through all this. I ain't got time for this, okay? I'm not gonna feel sorry for you at all, because ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. Sight unseen, I'm putting money down for somebody? No, okay? No. And that's exactly what Shawn did. So he get to the courthouse and Destiny is not there. Baby, they said 30 minutes before they get to the hearing, okay? He's still standing outside like this. Damn, Destiny, where you at? He calling her, calling her, calling her, and the phone is either going to voicemail because she hanging it up, or it's just gonna keep on ringing. And he asked, texting her and all that stuff, and she not texting back. And I'm just sitting here like, boy, you stupid. Okay, you are stupid. But eventually, it was like 10 minutes later. 10 minutes left, I should say. 20 minutes later. She still ain't showed up, and then like probably like 5 minutes before the court date or whatever, or I should say this hearing time, she shows up with her sister, and he was like, ooh, oh my God. Did y'all saw how relief he was? He was so relieved. He was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Listen, the sound of relief in his voice made me laugh so bad, okay? For some reason. I was like, see, bitch, your life flashed before your eyes because you really thought that girl was going to take your money, okay? Was going to really fuck you over. But they get into the courthouse. First of all, he was like, you got like 3 minutes. The sister said 3 minutes. Oh shit, we got enough time. That's fine. And they was walking ever so slow. I said, wasn't no urgency or nothing. I'm sitting here like, what in the world is going on? Okay. Destiny telling us, she hopes she go into this courthouse and, she go to this courtroom, do this hearing, and she come out clean and all that stuff because she's never made it this far. She's always jumped it, either not showed up or whatever. And I'm just sitting here like, why would I want to put myself through all of this? I could not do this with an inmate, not somebody that's gonna be okay. Maybe if I have to go down that road, it'll have to be with somebody, because it's not all inmates don't come out of jail and they be on parole or whatever. They serve their whole time and then they go on here, and some of them really do go on here to get their life together and they get jobs. Some of them get jobs right away. I know a couple of people that have done that, and they get their stuff together right away. If it was something like that, if I had to do something like that, yeah, I ain't got time dealing with no paroles and all that stuff or whatever. No, count me the fuck out, okay? Count me out. Meanwhile, we got a motherfucker like Dylan, okay, and Heather. Girl, Heather is just, she is dick hungry. That's all that it is. she already told us that her pussy is about to explode, okay? If she don't get no dick anytime soon, her vagina is going to explode. She is trying to hurry up and get Dylan back to the house so his parole officer can meet him. Now, this is where, Dylan, you need to let this girl go. You need to let this girl go. You just got out of jail. You have not met up with your parole officer. I'm pretty sure they told you what you needed to do. Okay, they told you where you needed to be at. They told you on your initial day out, you got to meet up with your parole. He gonna pop up on your ass. They ain't gonna say when, but he gonna pop up on that ass. So you better be where you supposed to be paroled at. So what the hell was you and Heather going up in that car when she got up into it with Diane? Heather ain't no good for you, okay? Because Heather is not thinking about your well-being. Heather is just thinking about your dick. That's it. That's all she want, okay? That is all she want. She don't care if you get locked back up, because mama said if you get locked back up, she ain't doing that shit no more, okay? That's what it is. I said no, if I cared about my boo like that, I would have let him stay. Got into it with Miss Auntie Diane or whatever, and I would have went in the room and soaked, okay? Or went outside and smoked a cigarette like she looked like she do, okay? And then calm the fuck down. Bitch, they got that in the nick of time. The parole officer was sitting in the car, and Dylan had to hurry up and be like, hold on. Please don't go. Here you go. I will shake your hand if I could. And he was like, no, we don't do that stuff. I was like, damn. He's like, you got your paperwork? You got your paperwork? He was like, yeah, here it is right here. And basically, the parole officer, he was being very forgiving because this is his first time ever being on parole. And so, I think he did ask him that at one point. And so he was like, cool, next time, this is a one-time thing. Next time, you could have got your ass locked the fuck up. And Dylan was so appreciative. I like Dylan, okay? Dylan, he looked like he's still grimy. It's them little ones that look like they nice on the outside and got a little grimy aspect to him, because you would never thought that he was selling drugs and doing all that stuff or whatever that he was doing that got him locked up for 5 years, okay? And so, I still kind of like Dylan. Dylan, get you another boo, okay? Because Heather is no good. Heather gets up in the house, Dylan is so appreciative. Dylan is so thankful. Dylan is apologizing to Diane for putting her through whatever he put her to, just in case, having to put her in that situation where she had to hold off on a parole officer or whatever. And he was like, listen, Diane, it will never happen again. I swear to God, I'm giving you my word. Thank you so much for letting me stay here. I was like, you got good manners. Where did we go wrong, Dylan? Okay, you a bad boy with good manners. I like that. That's where Heather see up in your ass. Heather is gonna turn you rotten, okay? And I don't want that to happen. Dylan, you got potential. Get away from Heather, because let me tell you something. Heather was just pissed off at Diane. Heather was about to kill them on the highway. When they got back up in that house, she was like, thank you, Diane. Thank you. I was like, no, we're not finna switch like that. We're not finna switch like that. She did a whole complete 180. I said, so now you're appreciative. Now you appreciative and saying thank you when you damn near cussed her out. No, you cursed her out and damn near put her in the hospital. I don't like that, okay? Don't treat Diane like that. That lady ain't do nothing to you but provide shelter and room, board, a roof over your head, and some goddamn food, bitch. You ain't even got to go buy the groceries. She go use her check to buy the grocery. SSI, okay? And disability, bitch. All right, what are you doing? She said, listen, at this point, we still just gonna have to go ahead and fuck around up in my old room or whatever. Diane in there making some food or whatever, and she just gonna have to listen to what's going on. And I'm sitting here like, you finna have sex? I can't do it. Because I had sex up in my mama's house. And baby, it was a rush. Let me tell you something. I understand. Heather, on that part, I understand. Because it's a rush. It's a rush. It's something about the feel of the thrill of almost getting caught or something like that. Even though the door closed, somebody knocking on the doors, knocking on your groove or whatever, and you ain't supposed to be doing that or whatever. I get it. I've been there, done that. It's exhilarating a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But they had to show us, they couldn't wait until, Aunt Diane and Aunt Stacy went into their room or whatever and went into the living room. They standing there like this. Here go Aunt Stacy. I said, girl, Y'all used to do that back in y'all day. They know what's up. They know what it is. But anyway, moving on from that, Tyrese and Shonda. Girl. I just had to pause for the cause because listen, that's how I felt looking at their little scenes. Because at this point, we already knew what it was. We knew that Tyrese was getting played, and that's exactly what wound up happening. Okay, Tyrese was waiting on Shonda to call him, trying to call her, going straight to voicemail. The inbox was full. This is happening. This ain't happening. Okay, your son and your daughter then said, especially your son said that this is gonna be a scam. Okay, you know, we see him working out and all that stuff. Yeah. I was like, all right, Tyrese. Now, bitch, Tyrese is a good looking man for his age. Okay, truth be told. We ain't even gonna lie about that. You know, he looked like he had a lot of hoes back in the day, okay? And I'm not saying women, I'm saying hoes, okay? Like he looked like he probably had the pimp game down locked. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he had a few, and even when he got into a relationship, he looked like he probably was with a couple of bitches. You know what I'm saying? A couple of women. You know, so I'm not understanding this falling in love with the inmate that you ain't never really like. No, I wasn't getting it. You know, he up in there flexing and stuff. I said, you better do that shit, Tyrese. You better advertise because you know at this point you looking for your next, okay? Your next potential is probably watching you on this show and was like, look, baby, I'm here. I got my own car. I got my own crib or whatever. What you want to do? Okay, what you want to do, boo? What you want to do? You know, I'm going to call you. I'm going to answer your calls, okay? I'm going to answer your texts, okay? What is it? You know? And I'm sitting here like, well, damn, Tyrese, if you got all that going on, what's going on? Even in the little blurb, people's like, you know what? I ain't never had no problem getting no woman. Okay, look at this. You know what I'm saying? I work at like 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here like, well, what's the issue? I guess the heart wants what the heart wants, you know? And so at this point, Shonda, she comes into the little confessional where they do the little confessional interviews and shit. And this is a whole different Shonda than we seen her before. Okay, she don't look all ragged and run down. This is some time later. Girl, I didn't realize how long it was. Okay. Now, Tyrese was in that gym and he was trying to do his thing in the phone call. He was like, maybe this her calling. I said, ooh. She ain't called you back yet. He get on the phone and he looking and he was like, fucking scam. I was like, oh, okay. You know, so he go back to doing what he doing. Then we see her up in the confessional. She didn't even really want to come, but she felt like she needed to come and you know, set the record straight. She didn't really want to say it, but she had to say what it was. And I said, girl, what is it? She was like, listen. So, you know, Tyrese and me, like, I'm really doing well, okay? I went to the halfway house and, you know, I went, got my life together and I'm in recovery, you know. I'm clean right now. I got my own vehicle, okay? Not car, but my vehicle. You know, I'm living good. We see her out there doing some pottery, some planting and gardening and stuff. Okay, looking like Susie Homemaker out in this bitch. I said, girl, what happened? What happened? I mean, she took her braids out and everything. She don't look like Jenny from the block. She looked like Chandra Homemaker back there, just toiling the soil. I was like, she looked like the average white woman that got some couple of kids and a husband that go to work every day and she just tend around the house and clean up. That's what she looked like. She looked like a homemaker. I said, what is this? And she's like, basically, you know, she trying to get her life together. And Tyrese is not a part of that. She said, listen, at this point, when I first met him, you know, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? But when I met him and I seen him in that blue suit, and I was like, oh, no. And when she said that about that suit, I said, bitch, because we all said it. It was too much. And, you know, he was like, it was just not, she's like, it just wasn't there when she kissed him. There was no spark or whatever. And so basically what she wound up doing after she got out that halfway house, she changed her number. I said, ain't that about a bitch? Girl, it was like, you know, he don't deserve it or whatever. So they was like, do you want to call him and set the record straight or whatever? Yeah, get closure. So let me call him. Bitch, she get on the phone and he was like, long time no hear from. What's going on? You know, I just thought something happened to you. Like, you know, you was in jail or whatever, or something happened. I don't know. You know, you tell me. And she was like, basically, at the end of the day, you're a good guy, but, I'm getting my life together and I just don't see you a part of that. It was cool while it lasted, but I just don't see it for us, and I just hope that, at the end of all of this, we can just be friends. Nah, bitch, we ain't finna be friends. I ain't got nothing else to say to you, click. I said, damn, Tyrese feelings was hurt, okay? And it's understandable. She hurt that man feeling. She was playing that man that whole damn time. Truth be told, she just needed a sponsor. And the producers was like, so the other people that you was talking to, you still talking to them? She was like, I've moved on. We don't know what I've moved on mean. Do that mean that you moved on to different people, or you moved on from them, or you still moving on from you just moved on from Tyrese, or you still talking to them, or what? What does that mean that you moved on? Okay, that can be interpreted in many ways or whatever. You got what you needed out of them. How did you get that house? And how did you get that vehicle? Okay, how did you get it? How did you get it? Let me know. Meanwhile, we get over here with Shawn, Scott and goddamn Lizzie. Let me tell you something. Lizzie wants to be an actress. You can't tell me no different, okay? Lindsay wants to be an actress because Lindsay was on here acting her ass off, all right? Baby, Lindsay got caught. I don't care what nobody say. Lindsay, you can keep on saying in your confessional, talking about some that, he got upset, over something that you wrote down out of a book. Like Scott said, if you really wrote this shit about playing a nigga or whatever from a book, show me the book. Go get the book and show me the passage. That's all we got to do to clear that up. I said, oh, Scott, okay. You getting bold with that lip. You know what I'm saying? Scott said, you ain't gonna give me no lip. All right? No, you're not going to do that. Lindsay get pissed off, because she got a little caught, and she wasn't prepared to get caught. She like, you disrespected me going through my stuff. I'm finna call my mama and I'm finna get my parole placement house arrest changed to my mama house. She gets on the phone, Mom, why this man just go through my stuff and he get upset because of something that I wrote down talking about something I'm trying to scam him and all this stuff. Mama was like, what? That's crazy. Baba was over. She was like, can I come to your house and help you parole? Girl, Mama said, I guess you do what you got to do. She get on the phone trying to call the parole board and all them people trying to get her stuff changed. And at one point, the person on the phone said, we'll call you back or whatever. She called back and they said, whoever you was talking to, we got to wait until Monday or something. It's going to take some days. Okay. She was like, I guess Scott won because now I got to stay here for right now. Okay. For the time being. Bitch. At one point, Scott is like not buying this whole thing. So she realizes that Scott is not buying this whole thing. And she was like, what have you done for me and all this stuff? If you would have just had the place done, this house that you brought, not for me, but for yourself. And if you would have had it done for my daughter and all that stuff, we wouldn't be having none of these problems. So you mean tell me the reason why you acting like this is you doing all of this stuff or whatever is because, the place ain't up to par, for your daughter or whatever. Yes, because I want my daughter here with me. That's all I want. And Scott. Scott literally stood there like this. I said, Scott, it was me because I wasn't moved by them tears. And if you cry in front of me like that, bitch, I'm going to do the same thing. Just let you know, especially when you wrong and I know that you wrong and I'm seeing through the bullshit. I'm going to stand there and look at you like this. You're finished. And he was like, well, if that's what it was, that's all you really could have had to tell me. I gave you everything. You can't tell me that I ain't give you nothing. She said, first of all, she told him, I ain't using you for your money because it ain't like you really got enough money for me to use, okay? I said, well, damn, Lindsay, you're a liar, but okay. You got a whole ass house out of it regardless of if the room is fixed, But, she was doing all of that and he come over there and I said he gave the fuck in because next thing you know he apologized and not necessarily he was like she's like but you was being disrespectful. He was like I never disrespected you going through my stuff. It was being disrespectful. And he was like okay well okay, well, we can do that. I can say that. And I apologize for that. I said, Scotland, don't do that. Don't do that. Stay mad at her. Stay on her ass, okay? truth be told, I feel like his antennas is still gonna be up unless he a dumb bitch, okay? Because at one point, that bitch told him, that's why you 51 years old and you still single. I said, what is going on, Lindsay? Okay, bitch. Scott, let me tell you something, Lindsay, you got the right one. Because if you would have talked to me that way, I would have kicked your ass out. I would have let the monitor go beep, 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 and had the law come and pick your ass up, okay? Go ahead. She violated. She violated. She outside after curfew, okay? She outside after curfew. Take that hoe back to jail. That would have been me, all right? Because you ain't going to bust my bubble like that. She told that man, that's why you're 51 years old and you're still single. I said, oh. Oh, who gives a fuck about them? This one, John and Christiana. Girl. What did we say? What did we say? John is a bad influence, okay? John is an enabler. John is a trigger. That's what all I'm gonna say about this whole thing. That's how you sum it up, okay? Yes, Christiana got her own demons, and yes, she's her own person, but he is a contributing factor to all the stuff that she's going through right about now, because he does not like you leaving. That's what the dude said last week. You leaving money to an addict, regardless of if somebody is sober, you're still an addict all these years. Regardless of how many years you've been sober, you're still an addict. There's anything and there's any triggers that can happen at any moment that can make them want to relapse or whatever. He getting her sister and mama up in the house or whatever. Next thing you know, he get a phone call from the rehab place, the halfway house I should say, and they said that Christiana is no longer a resident there. She got 30 days to come get her stuff, and you was on her list of contacts, so that's why we calling you. They like, bitch, she out there using. She didn't relapse up in Dubuque. Okay, he was like, well, let's just go down there and get her. No, you don't need to go down there and get her. Not in Dubuque. Okay, she done been through this already. You know what I'm saying? I know how it is that she didn't relapse in Dubuque. Okay, all her people, it was always Dubuque, 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 Dubuque. I said, bitch, if y'all say Dubuque one more time, okay, we get it. Dubuque is a bad place. Drug addicts, niggas probably kill your ass and all that stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, Christiana just messed up. He want to go out there and find this boo. Mind you, Tammy had said, the mama, said that she was living up in there with the daughter, and she was up in the basement or whatever place they were staying at, and upstairs it was like a meth house or whatever, people coming in and out and all that stuff. And I said, you got your sick mama living up in that shit? I said, what type of fucking daughter are you? Alright, damn. You don't even have no respect for yourself. Mama sound like her lung is already go. First of all, mama sound like her throat is gone. Okay, girl, if I would have been, I'm sitting here and I forget that her voice was that damn deep. I said, mama got emphysema or something. What is going on? Okay, next thing you know, she gonna have a voice box. I'm not lying. I'm not trying to be funny, but that's how that voice was sounding. I said, ooh, them vocal cords stretch, bitch. Them vocal cords is wide open, bitch. Okay. But yeah, that's what wound up happening. He goes out there anyway to go look for her. I guess she finally contacted him and he finally found her. She in the car. Of course, she was upset. And I felt bad for her. I felt bad for her listening to her story. She been through this before and she want to get clean and stuff like that. And, she said she was triggered. And, can you be really mad? Like he said, I feel for her. I'm not upset at her. I feel for her because people don't know what it's like to be an addict, and so I'll just let that go right then and there. Christiana, you need to get away from John, cause yeah, he's no good. He's not a good influence. Meanwhile, we got Maurice and Jessica. I almost forgot about them. Maurice and Jessica, last week they found out they supposedly pregnant. They took the stick, they pissed, and he touched all over that pee stick, and I was like, ew, And so at this point, they going over there to her daddy and mama house, okay? And she said, we're not going to tell nobody anything about this pregnancy or whatever because we got to go to the doctor to get it confirmed and all that stuff. And truth be told, I feel like in certain cases especially, I honestly feel like you shouldn't tell nobody the news about you being pregnant until you move out of your first trimester, for real. Because sometimes stuff can happen and it could be, anything could, happen, whatever. So they get to the daddy and the mama house, okay? He gonna teach him about welding stuff. The mama and Jessica finna go shopping or whatever. Maurice, he's so hyped to be in there. So I'm like, truth be told, I'm like, I don't know if he really playing her, but a part of me, like, I'm like 85% sure that he really do love Jessica and he really do want to be with her, because he really, unless he a really good actor, he really want this man to be like, he really want to impress this man. He was like, I ain't had no daddy before or whatever, so I really want to be his son. I really want to be his daddy. I said, oh, you want to be that, you want to be a good old boy for your little white daddy, okay? He was like, I get it, so I'm like, is this really genuine? And it seems that way, because every time he sees this man, he's not disrespectful, whatever, even though sometimes the daddy give a little vibe off that he not really here for the bull, and he can see through the bull, he's still respectful to him, so I got to give him that. They go back there and they do the little welding or whatever. It literally look like a little boy, dad, look what I did. I did it. I can do it too. Teach me. That's exactly how it looked. I felt the way about it. I ain't gonna say why I felt the way about it, but you probably figured out anyway. But anyway, I was cool with it too. Now, this is where shit got a little dicey for me. I was sitting here looking like, what the hell is happening? Okay. So they talking. Here comes Maurice. Yeah, I just want to make my life better, out here get some job or whatever, because I gotta provide for my family and provide for my wife, whatever, and all this stuff. And the daddy looked up like, huh? What you mean your family? He said something about, you got to be prepared to take care of your wife, and if you become a father or whatever, you may become a father, you just don't know. So he opened it up, not realizing what he was about to open up for. Okay. And he was like, listen, so that you said that, I'm not supposed to say anything, but yeah, you're about to be a grandpappy. Okay. And he was like, the daddy was standing there like, huh? The daddy went from like this to uh I really don't know what I'm supposed to quite feel about that or say about that. Maurice was like, I didn't get the response that I thought I was gonna get. Okay, I said, what the hell did you think you was gonna get? The man is still trying to fill you out. Okay, and I am not even mad at that. They moving too fast. Okay, they moving too fast. They pregnant as shit. You know what I'm saying? Did I tell you that Tyrese hadn't heard from Shonda in 3 months? In 3 months, girl. I don't know if I told you, but I had to put that in there. I said, Tyrese, let that shit go. Okay. But no, back on Jessica and Maurice, girl, he was like, don't tell nobody. He was like, I ain't gonna tell nobody, but you need to go out there and provide for your family. He's like, that's the thing, I want to provide, I want to do all this, but I'm broke. I ain't got nothing. So at this point, he started talking about the marriage, and when they in the prison, they just go ahead and say, you want to marry this man? Okay. And you like, you married. He want a real wedding for her, and the daddy was like, get her a real ring and all this stuff, and woo woo woo. He was like, but I'm broke and I can't do that right now. And he was like, funny you said that. The daddy turned around, pulled open a drawer in the little garage where they at, and pulled out $1,000 cash. I said, so daddy, Jessica daddy, you just got cash laying around? Or you was planning this for a minute, huh? Baby, he said, listen, take this money and go get her a ring. Here go Maurice. Oh shit. My auntie, my mama, my daddy, my cousin, my greasy grandmammy, ain't nobody ever gave me this much money before. $1,000. And he was like, yeah, that's for you to get the ring. And he was like, no problem, that's what I'm gonna do. Baby, why? Maurice in the confessional said, I'm gonna take this down to the casino and I can flip this right quick and get at least 3,000 or some shit like that and get her a bomb ass ring. Daddy said this is a test. This is a test to see what he gonna do. I said Maurice gonna fuck it up, but all right. But anyway, that was Love After Lockup. You guys tell me how you feel about it, and I will see you later. Peace.